if we count correctly, we only have 60 days before the Great War. The Euphrates River continues drying up rapidly, and this has to do with St. Paisius' prophecies of what we're seeing now. According to the book of the Apocalypse, and the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river, the Euphrates. The great river Euphrates will dry up because, as some say, the Antichrist will come from the east through the Euphrates and from the tribe of Dan, one of the sons born to Jacob. And its water was dried up, that the way might be prepared for the kings that come from the sunrise. The river Euphrates dries up by divine concession, so that the kings of the nations can cross it with the aim of exterminating each other and other people. The kings from the sunrise, those who come through the Euphrates, are the allies and accomplices of the Antichrist. In the last 2 years, it's become evident how different the water level of the Euphrates River is. It flows from Turkey into Syria and then into Iraq until it empties into the Tigris River at the Shat al-Arab in Iraq. The Syrian regime accused Turkey of depriving Syrians of their share of water from the Euphrates River. Turkey reduced the flow of water into Syria from 500 to 200 cubic meters per second, halting the production of electricity at the Euphrates Dam and causing a reduction in irrigation and drinking water, in addition to the massive depletion of Lake Assad. According to the prophecy of Christian Orthodox St. Paisius, the Chinese will cross the Euphrates. Even now, compared to the spring of last year, the Euphrates has dried up even more. Prophecies are being fulfilled before our eyes. St. Paisius predicted the following about the coming Third World War. Quote, "A thought tells me that many things will happen. The Russians will occupy Turkey. Turkey will disappear from the map because a third of the Turks will become Christians, a third will be lost, and a third will go to Mesopotamia. The Middle East will become an arena of wars in which the Russians will also participate. Much blood will be shed, and even the Chinese will cross the Euphrates River with an army of 200 million men and reach Jerusalem." That is not a typo, 200 million men and reach Jerusalem. A characteristic sign of the approach of these events will be the destruction of the Mosque of Omar, for its destruction will mark the beginning of the work of rebuilding the Temple of Solomon, the third temple that is, which was built in this very place. There will be a great war in Istanbul, the old Constantinople, between the Russians and the Europeans, and much blood to be shed. I'm told that the army of China is now 200 million, a certain number of which St. John writes in the book of the Apocalypse. When you hear that the Turks are damming up the waters of the Euphrates upstream, and that's what has been happening, and using them for irrigation, then know that we have already begun the preparations for that great war, and thus prepare the way for an army of 200 million from the rising of the sun, as the book of Revelation foretold. Syria accuses Turkey of using Euphrates water as a weapon. Ankara, which is the capital of Turkey, denies this, citing climate change. Iran to receive Russian Su-35 BM fighters in 60 days. Sariyar Haidari, member of the National Security and Police Foreign Policy Committee of the Islamic Council of Iran, confirmed in a conversation with a reporter of the state-run Tasnim news agency that Iran will receive state-of-the-art Russian Su-35 fighter jets at an attempt to change the scene and balance in the Middle East. And according to Elder Theodore from Crete, another Christian Orthodox, these will be the signs that we will have to understand that the great events are coming. He said, when the first armor-piercing bomb is dropped on a nuclear facility in Iran that Friday morning, everything will begin to run at breakneck speed. You will drink your coffee and hear that the Hebrews beat Persia's nuclear program and that they knocked out Persia's nuclear program. Then the big events will begin, he said. The big war will start from below and from where the waters pour, Tiger and Euphrates River, according to St. Cosmas of Aetolia. And based on current affairs, it seems our generation will live through such events. And this is on Soul Ask. I'll leave a link below for you. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box.